Hello Sudoku friends and welcome to a hard puzzle by the Chicago Tribune newspaper online. I copied the grid over to sudokuexchange.com's user interface because the first time that I did a hard puzzle on the Chicago Tribune's website, I found the user interface, to be honest, really appalling. So this is a much cleaner user interface and easier for me to use when I want to demonstrate blocks and things. The first thing that I notice is a 4 here, and that puts a 4 in this cell like so. And now one of these will have to be a 4. Yes, because we have a 4. Oh, we also have a 2. We have a 2 and a 4 here, and a 2 and a 4 here. And they account for the 2s and 4s in those two rows, making these two squares a 2 and a 4. And now these two 4s, just to stay with the 4s, force a 4 to go here or here. However, the 4 here blocks these cells, therefore a 4 for row 1 must go here or here, and therefore it can't go here. That puts a 4 here, right? And we can do one more 4 because the 4 here and the 4 here block these cells. Therefore, a 4 for this row, number 8, must go here or here. And as we've just established, a 4 for row 5 will have to go here or here. Where now can we place a 4 in this column 6? It can't go here, 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 or here because of the 4 here, right? So this is a 4. This is now a 5 or a 5 because we have a 5 blocking up here, right? So one of these will have to be a 5. I can do more with the 2s because the 2 here blocks here, right? So one of these must be a 2. We need to find a 2 for the first column as well, and it can't go here or here. It also can't go here because of the 2 over here, right? So this is a 2. And now one of these 2 cells must be a 2. Ah, I can see the 2 9s here, and the 9 here blocking, and the 9 here blocking these cells here. And therefore this cell must be a 9. And we've got these 2 9s blocking these cells here, therefore this is a 9. These must now be a 5 and a 7. And since we therefore have blocked a 7 from going in these 2 cells, and this 7 blocks these 2 cells, this is a 7. And a 5 blocking up here forces a 5 to go here or here. But that's not really helpful because we only have this other 5 in the grid. But a ghost 7 here puts a 7 in one of these 2 squares, right? Talking about 7s, look at the 7 here blocking these cells and look at the 7 blocking these cells. That means that one of these must be a 7, doesn't it? And given the 7 up here, we now have blocked these 6 cells, and the 7 blocks the 7th cell, making this a 7. And now we know that the 7 must go here and the 5 here because we already analyzed that. And now we have 2 5s in the grid. Can we do something with the 6s? Yes, we can. Because there's a 6 going down here, and there's a 6 going over here, making this a 6. And now I think that these cells can't be 6, nor can these, nor can this, nor can this. So a 6 must go here in the center column. And the last 6, because of these two 6s here, blocking here, and these two 6s blocking here and here. This is the last 6 of the grid. And that took away a possible square for an 8. Now we got this 8 blocking here, we got this 8 blocking here. That means that one of these must be an 8. It's not really important which one it is. What's important is that a ghost 8 here and an 8 here forces an 8 to go here or here. And it can't go here because of the 8 in the row. So this is an 8. And as we remember, I think, no, we don't. I thought I had something planned for the corner sill, but I don't. This is going to be a 1 or a 3, and this is also going to be a 1 or a 3, right? Talking about 3s, this square can't be a 3 because of 3 here, so this must be a 3, and that leaves only one cell empty, and that's got to be an 8. And we remember from earlier that these two have to be a 2 and a 4, and therefore these must be a 1 and a 5. Yes, 1 and a 5. There's a 5 in the column, therefore this must be the 1 and this must be the 5. And remember how one of these must be a 5? Because we had the 5 down here, right? Now that this 5 was found, this can't be a 5. That makes this a 5. One of these must be a 1, and we have a 1 here or here as well. What is the other digit going to be here? It's going to be a 2. Yes, of course, a 2. And a 1, 2 here forces this cell to be a 5. Now the 5 here blocks down here, the 5 blocks over here, making this a 5. And now these two 5s and the 5 here force 5 to go here. And because these two had to be a 2 and a 4, the last digit that we are missing in the row is going to be an 8. It must go here. And that gives me this 8. And this last digit has got to be a 3. This is coming together quite nicely, but I'm not really sure that this is a hard puzzle. It doesn't feel hard. The 2 3s here puts a 3 in this cell. The last digit up here has got to be the missing 2, making this a 1. So what's missing in this row? A 1, 8, and a 2. There's a 1 here, and let's see. There's a 2 and an 8 here, so of course this must be a 1. There's an 8 here, so this must be an 8, and this must be a 2. Nothing magical about this. It's just plain logic. And now we can finally resolve the 2 and the 4 here, because we have this 2 now. This is a 4 and this is a 2. And the 4 here and here and here puts the 4 in this square. The last digit here must be a 7, and that forces a 7 to go here. Now these two guys are a 5 and a 9. There's a 9 in this row, so this must be the 5 and this must be the 9. and that makes this a 9. And this last cell must be a 1. Now these are 1s and 3. And this is still a 1 and a 3, but there's a 1 now in the row. So this is therefore a 3, and this is a 1, making this a 3. And now this must be a 1, because we have a 1 over here, right? So this is a 1. These two guys need to be a 7 and a 3. There's a 7 in the column. So this is a 3 and this is a 7. 3, 3, 3. Easy as pie. These two guys must be an 8, which can't go here due to the 8 here. So this is an 8. And this is a 2. This is a 2, and this is therefore a 5. Well, I'm debating with myself whether I should upload this video or not, because I don't think this was a hard puzzle. It required a little bit of front brain memory, but that's all. But it did show a few techniques, so yes, I will upload it, and I hope that even if you also found it boring, that you will come back for more soon. I will try to find more challenging puzzles. And I thank you for watching, and bye for now.